just knows we are fucking insane. It's like shit.
At some
YouTube,
point in time,
fuck.
at some point in time, we're gonna have more people watching us, and then at that point
Yeah,
in
remember
time,
like when we
we're
started
still
doing
we're
this for fun, and
we're
I was like,
still
yeah,
not
we're never
gonna
gonna hit
care.
affiliate.
Yeah,
We're
like
never
we're
gonna
still not
have,
gonna
yeah,
care at that point. Like just another
we're never
like,
gonna care.
like, we're
Because
never
the
gonna care,
second we
bro.
care, we start doing stuff and we become less us. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
it's
Like,
too much at
dude,
that point. Yeah, it's too much.
dude, when I like what the day I hit fucking partner, like after a year of work on Twitch,
Yeah,
I was like, so many people were like, oh, dude, I'm not gonna name names, but like, you got to do things different now. I'm like, no, you keep doing what you're doing if it's working. I'm doing
yeah.
it. It's working. I'm gonna keep doing it. Oh, let me put my other glasses on for this.
That was my one mistake when I got affiliate, when I got on partner. I think I switched it up a little bit. I was like, I gotta be more this, I gotta be more that, and I'm like, but I never did that to get to get partner. So
There's a
you live and you learn.
There's a degree of gamesmanship you got to play at all times, no matter what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Like I have a couple rules. Like I won't take an ad for I won't say something in an advertisement that like I don't believe.
Right.
So like it doesn't matter how much you can't pay. There's no amount of money that they're gonna pay me that is gonna be like, yo, say that this is a free to play game. I'm like, it's not.
It's not though.
It's not a free to play game.
It's not.
Oh, I don't know. I told you I quit MSF, right?
Yeah, I think right around.
It's been like
I
a
think
month
when
and a half. I just don't remember.
When I told you that I quit, I think you told me that you had already quit already.
I played for like another week or two after you were gone.
Oh, did you? Oh, I popped into mobile stream today. I was like, this guy's still going.
No interest. Dude, I'm looking at people.
Yo,
my
YouTube. He looks like he hates it though, bro. That's the part about it that's crazy to me. I'm like, dude, you hate playing this game.
And again, peace and love. I love that man. I will take a bullet for him. Like I've said that many times, and I mean it. Like that. It's time, bro. You got it. You can't. I get it. You're married. You're trying for kids. I understand. You can't keep sucking on a dry tit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like. Go somewhere else. It'll take you a little bit. I think that's
what it is, though. I think that's what it is. He doesn't want. Hold on, I'm trying to take off my pants. What he wants, though, is that he doesn't want to have to start over and have to work it from the ground up. And I'm like, he does better off doing it that way, though.
No, he doesn't understand. He doesn't. Like, dude, there are people that are successful now in shittier games than MSF, which is a crazy thing to say. But like that started in shittier games than both. Like if he is the biggest person in that sphere by an order of magnitude. You know what I mean? Yeah. I occasionally on my YouTube as I'm fucking around, I'll still get like a random MSF video. Dude, I got a video. I'm not gonna put this person on blast because I know them. I've talked to them. They're very cool people.
Yeah.
300 fucking views 6 hours up.
Oof.
I was like, bro, you are not on YouTube anymore.
Yeah, that sounds like a Valley. That sounds like a Valley video.
It wasn't Valley. I would have said Valley on principle. No, it wasn't. But it was like, dude, the game is dog shit. You got to do something, and now it's time to branch out. So like, okay, if his name is Mobile Gamer 365. He gotta play a mobile game, right? Yeah. Like that's his deal. He doesn't really have to, but like he could sideload. You know, he can go into something like that. But the game. I don't care how long. To God's honest truth, I don't care how much longer it lasts. Like,
nah. When I popped into the stream, I said something that was kind of funny. People were just like, "Oh man, we miss you." And I was like, "Yeah,
good.
I miss you guys. I don't miss this game though."
So yeah, I miss all of the people that like.
I'm like, I miss y'all. I have zero desire to come back to this game. None.
I needed to cold turkey it. So like, there's people who are like, "Yo, let's hang out." And I'm like, "Can't. You're gonna talk about MSF," and I cannot. Like,
yeah,
I will be brought back in like that, and I need to know. And honestly, I play 3 mobile games right now. 3. Pokemon Go.
You tested that Marvel Rivals too, right? That's not. I know that's technically mobile, but you tested that game out too, right?
Marvel Rivals. I was in one of the betas for Marvel Rivals. It's fine.
Okay.
Like I like it. I'll play it, but like that's not the 3 mobile games I play. Pokemon Go, which is just because, you know, I can. It doesn't even matter. It's just a fun thing to do. There's a Pokemon TCG Pocket game. It is the worst version of all of those things. It is the worst Pokemon. It is the worst TCG Pokemon. It is the worst mobile Pokemon. But twice a day I get to open packs, and sometimes there's shiny cards in it. And I'm like, yay! That's all I do. I have every card.
Yeah.
Like I have every deck built. They all suck. The game is unplayable. But every now and then I get a shiny sparkly, and I'm like, yay! I log into that once a day, usually before nighttime. And then I play Disney Pixel RPG.
Okay.
Which is I have no idea what their intention of monetization is. Because I can't give them money. Like there's nothing I could like. You want more draws? I'm like, why? I have everything. Yeah, but they're not maxed out. I'm like, yes, but there's no PvP. So like I could beat all the content in the game. I could sim all the content in the game. What the fuck? There's an event running for Aladdin, which is why I was playing Mirage before. Because I was like, fuck yeah, Aladdin shit. And I'm like, all right, I already got the things I need. So who's to say, right?
Right.
And that was just our cold open for the fact that there's been nothing interesting over the last 3 weeks.
Right. 0.
Yeah, nothing. We had the finale of Penguin that we didn't really get to talk about. But honestly, good. Go watch it. It was the best thing this year. The Penguin was the best show this year.
It was. I don't think it. I think there was some sort of like little thing that came out, and they said like these are the top 10 streaming shows of the year, and for some reason, Penguin wasn't on that list.
Oh, they were wrong.
I'm not quite sure how the maths there where that's concerned, but you know,
keep in mind like somewhere Whore Island exists, MILF Manor, whatever. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure that like there's but like okay, it wasn't the Acolyte. That was damn sure. Like you know, it wasn't. Which we'll talk about Star Wars a little bit later, because the new show is fun. Which I mean that is fun. It's fun as shit.
So you're genuine when you say that the show is
fun.
Oh, okay,
super, right. But like super like it knows what it's trying to do. It's trying to be Stranger Things in Star Wars, and it's nailing it. It is nailing it. It is just like a bunch of kids on a planet that's basically New Jersey.
That's fair.
But close enough to New York that you're like, I'm basically a New Yorker, but everyone knows you're not. Like they're on a planet. They live in New Jersey on this planet. They find a spaceship. Boom, space. I'm like, this is great, dude. It is simple. It is clean. Whoever's doing it is having fun. Like the child actors don't make me want to hang myself, which is always up on the top of my list of like these motherfuckers because I hate.
That's one of your criterias. I see. That's one of your glaring criteria.
I hate child actors. I can't.
You do?
Stand them.
Really?
Them. They've gotten better.
They have. It's like, there's been some good ones.
Okay, but like you have to remember, I came of age during Jerry Maguire. You know, like I came of age where child actors weren't actors. They were kids whose parent fucked the director, or they had a commercial, so they were relatively cheap, and just none of them. Child actors are just, they draw everything away because they either try too hard, and I'm like, no, you're a child. You know, like young Sheldon, the poor kid who played young Sheldon. I'm like, here's the problem. That kid is trying too hard to be a fake person that another person is acting. Like it's not even like he's not even trying to be a character. and bring his own thing to it. You have to be exactly this thing that someone else acted, but like it, so like, you know, he did fine, but also like young children. So who gives a shit?
Yeah, I mean, listen, it depends on what your priorities are, if you really care about it or not. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Or they immediately like take you completely out of the story. Like Last Action Hero had a good kid actor in it.
Okay.
Terminator 2 did not have a good kid actor in it, but it was so awesome we fucking forgot Edward Furlong was in it. Like Terminator 2.
Oh, okay.
Terminator 2 was such a badass movie that every time we saw Edward Furlong, we were like, guns, more explosions, walk through the metal again, robot man. Like we, you know, like it didn't matter.
Yeah.
No. And again, like Stranger Things, all the kid actors were reasonable. So like you know, things have changed, they've gotten better over time, but it's not 100%. So like every now and then when I see a kid in a show, in a movie, in a TV show, if they're not a kid, then like they're you know, like off cue, their eyes are slightly off they're jimming the camera real hard. You're like, dude, go play in a sandbox.
Okay, I understand.
So we have nothing really to talk about. We got a couple Marvel notes, but nothing crazy. We're not doing anything.
We can get to Marvel later on. I mean, I think let's talk about the hotness right now. We just watched this damn show. This show was.
We gotta talk about it. We going into finally DC full on.
We have to, bro. We can't embrace. Let's not dilly dally anymore. Let's finally talk about something freaking DC.
Let's go. Penguin.
My goodness,
half
man.
Counted. Creature Commandos.
But we were like, listen, that wasn't canon, or at least not officially.
That's canon in its Elseworld story.
In Elseworld, yeah, exactly. Elseworld.
This is a Batman self-contained story thing. Great. Keep it that way. Don't deal with the Joker. I don't want to deal with the Joker, please. Just
we've had so many Joker stories, but
they've gotten progressively worse.
But there's a lot. I mean, listen, everybody was raving about that first Joker, you know, and I was like, okay, I'm not really vibing with it. And then they came out with the second one. And I'm like, well, that one absolutely bombed. And I could have told you it was going to bomb because I didn't really think the first one was that good in the first place. But okay, you do your thing.
I'll agree to disagree. I think the first Joker was a fun storytelling of the Joker. Like,
but it wasn't
was a fun story.
The Joker. You know what I mean?
Like that I agree. And then they kind of, in the second one, they backpedaled and they were like, I'm not the Joker. And like, he was never the Joker. Like, all right, cool. Fuck you. Fuck you, director. Go fuck yourself. Yeah. You know how hard it is?
That dude put his foot in his mouth frequently after the movie was done. It was like, bro, you're already you can't dig up, bro. You just like you're already in the ditch, my guy, and you just continue to keep talking and you're just going further and further and further. Why say anything? The director
of The Hangovers 1 through 3 has an opinion of what the people think about his movie. Great, get your paycheck, fuck whatever hookers cheap enough that you could afford, and move on. You're not a real person. You don't have real opinions.
Listen, man, listen.
Yeah. Fuck Joker. Fuck Joker. Folly.
Yeah, I'm done with that crap.
But like, that's the problem, man. Like, they could have. That was. Hey, I have an idea. What if we make a sequel to Joker? All right, it made a lot of money. I can see why you want. And what if we make it like musical with Lady Gaga? Oh, don't do that. And all you have to do, like,
anybody could have said, no. Yeah, this is not a good idea.
As a part-time job, you Marvel or DC, either of you. All you have to do at some point, part-time, you don't even got to pay me shit tons of money. I'd like it, but you don't have to. Just shoot me a phone call on the phone. Like, I will pick up for you. And it'll be like, yo, we had this idea for Star Wars, Marvel, Disney. What's up, Jay? We had this idea. Okay, what's up? Jay? What if What if Yoda, already slow your roll. What if Yoda was a juggler? No, we're done. Don't do that. No, it'd be really fun. No, that's not creative. That's stupid. Don't do that.
Fam. That ain't it, fam. Don't do it.
What if we made someone like Yoda who juggled? Yo, don't fuck with Yoda. Because the people who like Yoda are not going to be okay with it. And it doesn't matter if you get a bunch of new people that do like it, because they're fucking retarded. So don't do it. Like, don't mess with this. Like, it's not okay. There's no fans. Like, there are no Star Wars fans anymore. I swear to God. Zero. There's the people who like what Star Wars was. And then there's the people... And then and then there's the people who like to hate the people that don't like Star Wars now. Nobody actually likes Star Wars anymore.
Yo, that's all I see over Twitter on a day-by-day basis. Whenever anybody talks about Star Wars, that's exactly the two crowds that you see. Exactly that.
Nobody's like, wow, I really enjoyed the most recent thing of Star Wars. Nobody's like that. They're like, yo, the new Star Wars sucked. Or no, you suck for not liking that thing that I didn't even watch. Because there are some people on YouTube who I guess they're trying to keep their status with whoever it is that's giving them play. They're like, oh, the Acolyte wasn't that bad, and I'm like, I didn't watch the Acolyte, so I can neither confirm nor deny. But there's a heavy crowd on one side saying that this dog is absolute crap. So I don't know if this is the proper stance for you to take, sir. That's all I'm saying. When I was streaming, I had this dude in my chat. I'm not going to put him on blast, but he knows who he is. If he sees this, he'll be like, yeah, it's me. And he used to like consistently be like, bro, I just like cape flicks. Like, I don't care if they're good. I like watching superheroes on the screen. And I'm like, okay. You know what I mean? Like, with peace and love, go with God.
You simple man. It. I wish I lived in the world that you lived in.
No, even then,
it would be easier for us if we all lived in that world.
If I tell you I don't like something, or I think that something is stupid, and you hit me back with the I liked it, I'm not thinking less of you, unless that thing is like, I'm not even gonna say it because it doesn't bear saying, but like horrendous bullshit. You know what I mean?
That's the stuff we want to keep off of YouTube. We'll talk about it.
No, like, unless you're saying some shit that's like highly illegal, I'm like,
right.
Like, good. If you find joy in, okay, so like, there's a movie that I hold dear in my heart. It's called Galaxy Quest. You should watch it with your kids, Goof.
Galaxy Quest.
Night, Galaxy Quest. Watch it.
I've heard the name. I've never watched it though. But
it's good for kids. It's good for adults. You're gonna like, if you're an adult, you'll see a little bit more, maybe.
Tim Allen, okay,
yeah.
Sigourney Weaver,
a kid, you won't see it, but you'll still find things funny. It's one of the movies I quote all the time with my friend group. Galaxy Quest is a movie I hold near and dear. You can't ever convince me to say like, well, I didn't like Galaxy Quest. I'm gonna ask you like, oh, why not? But not like thinking less of you. Like, why don't you like Galaxy Quest?
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was stupid. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, no, 100%. Like, cool. Same. We don't have the same sense of humor, and that's fine. You know what I mean? Like, cool. I also agree with you. I thought it was stupid, but I thought it was stupid.
But that's the reason why I liked it.
Possible, yeah. Because I don't shit on it. I'm not here to shit on other people's happiness, but at the same time, like, there's that line in the sand where it's like, if I'm saying something that I like or I don't like about it, you have to be enough of an adult to know that I'm not criticizing everything, the people who made it, every actor, every aspect. I might call out something in particular, but like, I'm not wishing death upon people. I'm not saying if you like this, you're an idiot. I'm saying I didn't like it. Here are my reasons why. Right? If you are not only entitled, I want you to challenge me on that. I want you to say, like, Goofy and I do it all the time. We just don't.
Right.
A lot of times we do it off camera. We'll talk about stuff. Like, well, I want to be challenged. I want to see things from a different perspective because I only have mine. And if you say like, oh, but did you see it like this? And I'm like, oh, you know what? I didn't think of it that way. that's how I learned to like things I hated. Like I was like, oh shit, that is awesome.
Yeah.
And that's how I learned to stop liking things that were problematic. You know, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, you're right. That is dumb. I never thought of it. My friend Lowry used to always say, whenever I hear someone tell me a sexist joke, I ask them to explain it to me. So he said specifically sexist. And I was like, any other types of jokes? He's like, well, it doesn't hold as much weight. Because if you tell a joke that's against women, and I ask you to explain it, and you actually go and explain it, in the middle of it, you're gonna realize. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna realize that ain't right. I got a random notification and an ad break starting in 5 minutes, so we got plenty of time.
Oh wow.
Creature Commandos. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah.
Goof.
So first and foremost,
paint the picture.
First and foremost, so happy to see something going on in DC and like in the actual DCU. The first thing right out of the gate, the logo. I was like, this, I can get behind this. This is fire. Because number one, obviously it's showing Superman, which of course is fitting considering that that's the first movie in the DCU. So that was cool as heck. Also, this is like a Suicide Squad 2.0 in a way, right?
It was.
So
James Gunn's Suicide Squad is also canon in this universe.
Yeah, because they mentioned, I think they said Weasel is the last person from
the only one who survived, and Rick Flag died during that mission. So that Suicide Squad and Peacemaker are canon. So here's the thing: Peacemaker might not be.
Peacemaker could not be because Peacemaker technically
Jason
was a
Momoa
prequel to. Yeah, this is where like sometimes remembering where these shows and movies land, but because but isn't Peacemaker 2 supposed to be?
But it could technically be because of how the terrible movie The Flash ended.
Mm-hmm.
where George Clooney became Batman.
All
my stuff is canon, but I pick and choose certain things that aren't. We can talk about James Gunn after we talk about Creature Commandos.
James Gunn's been talking quite a bit this week, so there's a lot of sound bites that we can grab from that dude.
Also, just look at the picture I have on screen. Shaggy. There's literally Shaggy right fucking there.
That was great. That was absolutely. By the way, with the blunt. By the way, at the same time. So that was fun. Suicide Squad 2.0. You know, that was a kind of a fun little arc for them to go on. They're kind of exploring some aspects of storytelling that I didn't think that they would go into. And right out of the gate, they already told us that we are not the MCU. Like right out of the gate, they're like, we are not telling stories the same way the MCU do. Oh, I will say this. I love the fact that this was 100% an adult show. Like it was 100% an adult show.
So I don't think it was. I think it was PG-13. This was the most PG-13 I've ever seen. There was some illusions, but there was no thing.
They obviously made it so that it was more comedic than anything else, right? But clearly they were willing to take some risks, or not risks, but they were willing to show some things. And I thought about it, I was just like, well, they probably won't do this with movies because obviously those are supposed to be pushed out more to a broader, wider audience. But when they're doing their shows and stuff like that on HBO Max, they have a little bit more leeway to kind of include certain things like that. So I thought, once again, that was kind of an interesting way and play on things. Dr. Phosphorus got to be by far my absolute favorite character in this freaking show right now.
As far as I'm concerned, if you show me Alan Tudyk is doing a voice of a show in anything, I'm like, oh, it's going to be great.
Yeah. No, this dude was absolutely my favorite character in the show.
Give him 30 seconds. It's been a while. Give him a minute.
Give him a minute. Oh, you're right. He is older, so
I like GI Robot. I like GI Robot because GI Robot is just, he's got a goal and they play it for such, they don't overdo it. I'm afraid they were going to, but they didn't. There's this one scene when he's outside the princess's fucking door. He's like, September 16th, 1934.
Every one of them.
I murdered 96 Nazis. October 8th, 1943. I murdered. Like, and I'm just like, what?
While Weasel's just like sitting there, like this laying there sleeping, like almost like that's what put him to sleep, like in the first place. Man, I'm telling you.
Like Weasel, because Weasel and him are both Sean Gunn, James Gunn's brother.
Yeah.
I don't like that people constantly shit on James Gunn for hiring. Yes, I have, Jay. Constant for hiring like his wife and like, first of all, spoilers for Hollywood, everybody. Directors tend to hire people they know how to work with.
Yep.
Like DiCaprio and Scorsese. Scorsese did a lot with DiCaprio and other people. Tim Burton and Johnny Depp. Like, if you have a vision as a director and you know how someone works with you, Darren Aronofsky tends to lean on people. Wes Anderson tends to lean on people.
Yeah.
In those situations, yeah, like it's fine. And Sean Gunn doesn't suck. Like Sean Gunn isn't a nepo hire that's just there taking up space. He gives it his all. He did the mocap for Rocket. He was funny as Kraglin. He's not a bad actor. So the fact, and he's voice acting. He's doing the voice of Weasel and GI Robot.
GI Robot,
like,
exactly. Yeah.
Good job. I don't know the person who's doing the voice of the bride.
I think I try to look them up.
I saw
before.
her name, but I don't recognize her voice. I recognize the voice of Fish Girl. Crossbones is the voice of Flag Senior.
Flag, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And David Harbour is the voice of Frankenstein.
Yo, when I heard his voice, I was like, is this effing Red Guardian, bro? What is going on?
We got ads. They pop up every now and then.
Every now and again, yeah.
I think every hour I have to run like 3 minutes worth of ads, so I set them to every like 20 minutes or something. Sure. So Creature Commandos is fun.
Yeah, that's it.
It's I'm not like, I don't want to do spoilers because it's 2 episodes in. It just dropped like 2 days ago.
It just came out. Yeah, exactly.
I just watched it. Like when you messaged me, I started watching it, and then you messaged me. You sent me. I'll actually find the picture you sent me. Hold up.
Yeah. You should also list them, show the message I sent as well.
You want me to? I wasn't gonna out you like that. What's up, man?
No, 100%.
All right. Hold up.
You got to give context. You got to give context, man.
All right. Here you go. Let me see if I can get Discord to not be shitty. So this is the picture that you sent me.
Can they see the message that I sent?
I will get there. This is the picture you sent me from episode 1.
Episode 1, correct.
And in case it can't be seen, I will read out loud. It's nah, fam. I'm tearing that up. Ain't no way.
Yo, in his position, there's no way I'm walking away. There's no way I'm walking away. Absolutely zero.
So when you sent me that, I had just finished episode 2.
Okay.
I powered through both episodes today, and I was like, oh, this is so good. It was so the the DC universe, I've always said it and I say it and I'll keep saying it. I always enjoy DC's everything, like their world, more than I enjoy Marvel's. Always have.
Yep.
But when it came to movies,
Yep.
specifically movies, and to some extent TV shows, Marvel nailed it, and DC was always hit or miss.
Yeah.
For every good DC anything, there was some bad DC stuff.
Yeah.
Now, with one person kind of overseeing it, at least we're going to get somewhat of a consistent vision.
Yeah.
And I need to be clear, this is not a show for children. That doesn't mean that I don't think that DC will not have shows for children.
Yeah.
I don't believe Superman will be an X, like an R-rated, a PG-13 standard. I don't think it's going to have heavy Batman vibe, DC has light and dark and everything in between. DC has heavy and DC has soft. It has all of it. And in that, we have an opportunity for fun. Like the concept of the Suicide Squad is a horrendous concept.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Prisoners who are forced to handle clandestine missions at gunpoint. That is not a child idea.
They're the Expendables. Right. Yeah.
The first Suicide Squad movie was goofy. The second one was campy. And the difference between them was the first one wasn't trying to be goofy, and the second one wanted to be campy. Yep. It wanted to be silly. It wanted to be fun. And maybe it went a little overboard at sometimes, but it was a refreshing, like, brisk wind.
That was James Gunn's audition.
Yeah. And Peacemaker is a TV show, not for everybody. I don't want an entire DC universe like of that. This.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I do want to know that the DC studios understands the most important thing that Disney as a company has lost the plot on for a very long time. Children don't like children things.
Mm-hmm.
They don't. Things that are made for children, generally speaking, stop being interesting to children.
Yep.
Really quickly.
Yep.
It's like when I was a kid, I liked Power Rangers. Now I'm an adult. I still like the Power Rangers, but I can't watch those goddamn TV shows because even the ones I used to like as a kid are awful. They're so bad. They're all awful.
Yeah.
But the comics for the Power Rangers, the comic book series, was something that as I was getting older, I was able to go, oh, interesting. Real stories. Yeah. Love. A miscarriage. Like things that happen to people.
Yep.
Star Wars wasn't popular with kids because Star Wars, just use an example, because yay, kids were in it. Like, yay, Star Wars was popular with kids because it was a simple to follow story for a child's mind that as they grew up and watched their favorite thing, they grew into understanding it.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's why we regarded Revenge, like the Ewoks are the first step in the path of fuck Star Wars, because their third movie and you were like, let's appeal more to kids. Let's sell more toys. Kids didn't, I'm sure there were Ewok toys that sold, but you know what else sold? Han Solo toys.
Mm.
People keep infantilizing children with their concepts, but children have been and will continue to be growing at a rate that is far beyond anything we imagine. Because we don't remember when we were kids. We remember bits and pieces. We don't remember when we were 6 or 7.
Yeah.
But you know why? Because there was nothing to fucking remember. Like, we had a birthday party, and then we went to school, and one of our teachers farted once, and we laughed. You know what I mean? One of us got to clean the chalkboards out, which was the best job on the list.
100%.
Before we right? Cleaning the chalkboard?
Top tier role, yeah.
Washing the chalkboard and getting the mail was like job
the
number
mail,
1
bro?
and 2. Mail, because you got to leave the class, right?
Yeah.
But like as kids, we were like, that's fun. Now as adults, we're like,
cleaning?
our teachers used us as slave labor. Those motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? When you got to knock the chalk, the erasers out the window to clear the chalk, that was the most fun thing you could do as a kid. And as an adult, you're like, we were slave labor. What the fuck? Why are all these teachers assholes about it? But like, it didn't matter because that's how our brains weren't developed. As you get developed, if you told me Power Rangers, I'd be like, ugh, no. Read the comics. I'm like, okay, cool. Oh, an interesting story with characters I vaguely remember. That's what DC's doing right now. That's what Marvel has been needed to do. And they seemed like they were on that path. And then, well, stop trying to tell stories for kids. Kids are going to watch whatever you fucking say. Kids are going to watch whatever you say. Tell stories for the people that are paying the money. That's what I say.
Yeah, so I agree with your sentiment on, right, listen, like at the end of the day, Creature Commandos, how important is this going to be in the grand scheme of the DCU? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. What I do know, though, is that I enjoyed the first 2 episodes, and they were fun. And they seem like what we do know is that these same characters, the same actresses that are playing these roles, these voiceovers, are also going to be reprising these roles in a live action. That's something that he already told us about. So that's fun. Great to be able to see them here in the future. At the same time, though, these are characters that, to me personally, don't really feel like they're super important. And you might be like, well, there's a problem with that. I'm like, no, there's not, because you need some stories that are just entertaining and just fun while you work on the bigger things, like your Superman, like your Supergirl, whatever it is, those other roles those other movies that you're coming out with. We want a little bit more in-depth stuff where that is, and then you can have your shows still be fun. Is she the one that plays Bride?
Yeah, she's from Game of Thrones. She's what's his name's wife? Oberyn Martell.
Okay. So I don't.
Face.
Hold on, let me. While you look that up, I'm gonna look. So what else has she done though, other than Game of Thrones?
Sand. I mean, it's British shit. But oh, she was also in Star Wars. She was the in Kenobi.
Okay.
No, like, but she's great. Like that, good, and I could see her playing the bride because she played Elia Sand or Elara Sand, or a bunch of nobodies to most people. Yeah. And that James Gunn makes it interesting, right? Alan Tudyk was in it. Rick Flag was Frank Grillo. He could absolutely be an older version of Rick Flag. Honestly, he's a way better Slade Wilson, but like, you did what you got. Yep. Zoe Chow is Nina. So
she's the fish. Yeah.
Yeah. And I tried to find out where I remembered her from. It was like a couple.
You know, Sean Gunn is playing 2 roles: Weasel and GI Robot.
Yeah, Maria, whoever this chick is playing the princess.
Oh yeah, like, she's a princess. Yeah.
And I'm like, all right. Oh, she was in Borat. That's where. And Guardian. She was the voice of Cosmo. So
Cosmo. Like, okay, got it.
So adorable, absolutely adorable.
Hey, guess what? You know, James Gunn's worked with her before too.
Surprise. It's almost like David Harbour is Frankenstein.
David Harbour as Frankenstein is amazing.
They got actual Jake Tapper to be the reporter on this. That's fucking hilarious. Viola Davis is still Amanda Waller, and she
So
should
what?
be.
Yeah,
She's great at
yeah,
it.
she's great at Waller.
So
Yeah.
like, so I like that Creature Commandos is the kickoff to DC Studios
Mhm.
because it's not serious.
It's not exactly.
It's
That's
just
it.
a thing. Like, it starts off and Amanda Waller is like, "Hey, we have this shit country that we've made up for this,
Mm-hmm.
and they have petroleum, so we have to make them friends of America. So we're gonna stop Cersei." And then they had the fucking Cersei's the sons of Themyscira
Sons of
are just all
bro.
neck beard incel fucks,
funny, bro.
just
Man.
all of them. And I'm like, oh, that's gonna pay off with the Nazi. That's gonna pay off with Nazi killing robot, I'm sure. So
I need to find out who voiced those. Those guys were funny. They nailed those lines. They were good. They were too good.
oh god, yeah, it was so much. Incel son Tony Cavallero.
Love it.
Incel son.
That's what I'm talking about. I love the fact that it says incel son.
Peter Serafinowicz was somebody. He was Victor. Oh, he's the voice of Victor. That's why I recognize that voice. Of Victor Frankenstein. Yo, there is one thing we got to talk about. Spoilers, bro.
Yo, listen.
Let's be clear. Let's be clear.
Fam.
I'm not saying she ain't hot. I'm not. But that's some dead pussy.
Yeah.
It's one thing for Frankenstein to want to smash.
Yeah, but fam, I was like, my guy. Like,
my guy.
Really though? You couldn't get pussy anywhere else, my guy. Like,
you were married. They were confirmed he was married.
He was married, right?
Yeah, I'm like, bro, you were teaching. This is your child. You taught her how to speak.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of got what was coming to him.
Yeah. Like, listen. Bad decisions
is, by the way, with the
typically
little
get bad reward. Over there,
she's in her little bathtub.
Bathtub, yeah,
she's so fucking cool.
Oh,
yo, at the end of season 2, episode 2, when she's like, when fucking Bride is like, I'm sorry, and she's like, go fuck yourself. I'm like, yes. Really, really fun. Please watch Creature Commandos. We're gonna be talking about it every week now. Assuming.
Every week. Yeah.
Again, I really don't like the once a week arc. I like what Arcane did. Arcane is a show on Netflix, if you're unaware.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Max, yeah, or Jay. Message me on Discord. I promise you, I'll tell you like how to watch it. I'll share my HBO login with you. It's fine.
Yeah.
Wink. It's real fun.
Super fun.
And because they're real short. These are like 30-minute episodes. Worth watching. Every character is a little fun, and it feels good for that. The other thing that happened this week, and Goofy, I know you don't care or aren't interested, I think is a better way of saying it.
I knew where this was going, so I've already checked out. But go ahead.
Yeah, please go back to editing, and I'll take like 5 minutes.
Yeah, go ahead
on this. Yeah, was Star Wars: The Skeleton Crew, and as Goofy's just glazing over.
Yeah, I'm like, okay,
talking about shoes.
I'm like, this seems like a conversation I should not be in. Okay.
Star Wars: The Skeleton Crew is exactly the opposite of what I just said. It is a show with the main target audience being kids, about kids, and it is fucking fun. It is a bunch of kids in a suburb find a spaceship in Star Wars universe, and boom, they're off to space adventures, baby. And I'm like, let's fucking go. Stop trying to tell me that the 500 years before Phantom fucking Menace, some chick broke the power of the dark side while don't try to drop your lore dumps on me with your shit actors and fucking agenda bullshit.
It actually sounded pretty interesting, just based on, I had no idea what you were talking about, but it actually sounded kind of interesting.
Don't give me your agenda bullshit. Don't tell me that you have to tell a story because it's time. Like, just tell a fun fucking story and I'm gonna love it. And so far, I love it. I'm all in Skeleton Crew. I'm not even watching other content on it. I saw a Screen Rant or Screen Crush, because of course they did, because Screen Crush has no choice but to be like, hey, we have no choice. We get paid to say good things, right?
Yeah.
Like Screen Crush is like, oh, where is this leading us? And I'm like, you're missing the point entirely of this show, my guys. The point of this show is, who fucking cares? Watches these kids get in all kinds of trouble. Watches the Goonies go to space. That's Goonies, what this is.
Yeah, that's funny.
Watch as Stranger Things but Star Wars happens. Enjoy it. Don't worry about Easter eggs and what it's setting up and who's cloning the... Nobody fucking cares. Nobody watching this show is like, gee, I wonder if there's deeper lore. It would be nice if there was, and if there's not, yay, kids in space. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. That was my positive. If you, Goofy, that is a clearance, you could also watch that with your kids, and they will probably find it fun. If you're like, hey, you want to watch a Star Wars show about kids in space, and your kids are like, yeah, I kind of do, put it on. You don't even have to pay attention. They're going to be like, all right, this is fun. Everyone's doing great work. It's truly phenomenal.
Is it an animated show? Is that what it is?
No, it's not. It's not even live action? Kind of. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Yeah. This picture.
That guy.
This is it, yeah. Oh God, Jude Law. Yeah, this picture is hilarious because it's got like a bunch of adults, a robot, and a werewolf, and like no, the story of Skeleton Crew is these fucking kids and this weird elephant alien, and it's awesome. It's so much fun. It is. This is great. 4 ordinary kids search for their home planet after getting lost in the Star Wars galaxy. Yeah. Perfect story. They just meet random
the premise is not very exciting. However, I'll take your word for it. The simple fact that, like, hey, it's a fun show. Cool.
Kids went on an adventure. The kids went on an adventure, and then but the problem is that, you know what the kids don't care about? Intergalactic war. You know what the kids don't care about? Space tariffs. You know what the kids care about? Stars. Like, it's so much fun. Look at this girl with her fucking weird eyes. Everything is hilarious. Every part of it is just good. Look at these kids on a little speeder. Look at them go. Look at these weird, ugly aliens. They're gonna sell toys of these to kids. It's not cynical. It's not trying to fix a problem that doesn't exist. It's just trying to... This guy's name is John Nanawad. Yeah, they even gave stupid names to the adults. Perfect.
John Nanawad.
Jod Nanawad.
What?
Yeah.
The actual F. Okay.
Yeah. Pirate Captain Werewolf.
This keeps getting better and better.
Yeah, the show is perfect. It can only get better. It can only go up. The ball's rolling up. Like, it is truly, truly phenomenal. That's it. That's all I had to say about Star Wars. There's nothing else to talk about in Star Wars. Everything else Star Wars sucks.
Okay, that's fair. That's
it's all
entirely
dog
fair.
shit except Skeleton Crew. As the Creature Commandos thing just plays on IMDb. As far as anything else is concerned, I got this one. Don't worry about it, bud.
Okay, thank you.
We're gonna
I personally wanted to interact, but whatever. I guess.
No, you didn't.
I'll trust your judgment.
Let's see. Anything though? Should I finish the DCEU before watching Creature Commandos? No. Just reading.
Why, bro?
So now, because I said we'd talk about it later, just a quick just your art sucks. Terrible. Just a quick comment on James Gunn.
Yep.
I don't believe that James Gunn is going to save the DC universe. I do believe that one person being able to control things is the correct step in the right direction for the DC universe.
Yeah.
James Gunn is not the smartest, the most visionary director. What he is good with is comedy and making stories that everybody likes.
Right.
So as long as James Gunn stays in his wheelhouse,
within his lane,
outsources the things that aren't in his wheelhouse, like, here's an example, like directing a good movie and Zack Snyder, those things can't be together. But they trusted Zack Snyder to direct a lot of movies, but they wanted him to be good. But Zack Snyder's not a good director. So, like, do you see the problem we have here? We have a bad director telling a story that people want to watch, but bad. So, where do we end up with? James Gunn, if he is taking the role of Kevin Feige, which is something you had messaged me, right?
Right.
Which I'll let you go on. If he's taking the role of Kevin Feige for this, he also needs to understand he's big picture, not micromanage. Like, make sure you have the right people in the right places to handle it. Yeah. Now, I can pull up that thing you sent me if it makes it easier for you. It's right
here. I got it up. So the thing that he mentioned was how he said that he would not have accepted Kevin Feige's position at Marvel Studios if it had been offered to him before he was hired to co-lead the DC Studios. Now, I personally have purposefully not watched a video that is linked directly to this because I want to formulate my own opinion. The thing about it is, right, I don't believe him. Can I be honest? I don't believe him. If that position was honestly, truthfully offered to him,
liar.
Yeah, like if that position
not
was
in like a shitty way,
you know, yeah,
but like he's. Hold on. Good. I'll work this up while you do that.
Yeah, to me personally, number one, that was a lie. Like, I don't believe that was the case. With that being said, I think he's a better fit for the DCU than he is for the MCU. I think that Kevin Feige has a good vision for what the MCU should be. I do think that Kevin Feige allowed others to, well, then again, not allowed, he was forced to do certain things that did not work. And now they're allowing him to kind of reshape the MCU in the way that he desires, which is the reason why I think you're seeing him panic a lot with doing so many different reshoots for Captain America. You're seeing them take a little bit more precautions with things like Fantastic Four. You know, I think that's the reason why you're kind of seeing them do things like that, because he realizes that, like, they realize, number one, that, hey, we probably should have just butted out and not try to force the TV shows and all that stuff that happened in the first place. But with that being said, I think that the DCU is a better fit for James Gunn for the things that you just talked about. Number one, he's a person that can tell good stories. And what I think is better is that he knows how to properly track stories, like with Guardians of the Galaxy. He started off these unknown heroes, didn't know who they were, gave us a story that we actually were invested into and cared about, and then continued to progress that story along the way and highlighted some other individual. So yeah, we started off with Star-Lord, but then it ended up culminating with a story on Rocket. I think that he does a very good job of highlighting not so well-known characters while still also paying enough respect to the ones that people would actually really care about at the same time. And I think that one of the things that he has a vision of is that it's more so, instead of there, I think he mentioned this before, instead of there being like this one big bad that they're trying to build everything up to, they're kind of just telling the stories, and then when a bad comes in, they take care of the story with that bad and they move on, kind of like how comics do it, right? It's like, here you have a bad, you deal with that scenario, then you move on to the next thing. They're not trying to have this big old story that builds up to this big bad. And I think that for me, that is a good direction for them to go in, as opposed to the way that MCU is doing it, where it is like, all right, here's this multiverse saga.
Too much vodka. Anyway,
they're not
too much vodka.
They're not doing the story. They're not doing that story the way the MCU is doing it, and that what I think is the reason why I think James Gunn fits more DCU than he would have fit the MCU. I don't know how well he would have done in that particular role, but I could go on.
I agree. Everything you said changed nothing, so we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Here's what I want to point out. James Gunn tweeted about The Flash. It's like one of the best superhero movies I've ever seen. The director, Andy Muschietti, did an amazing job.
Yeah.
So,
once again, I think he lied. He just wanted
that is a lie.
That. Yeah.
I
knew what it was.
know enough about James Gunn, watching his earlier work like Slither and fucking Hero or Super. I know enough about James Gunn's earlier work that I know he's not mentally deficient. Right? Like he is a sane, reasonable person.
Right.
There is no universe in which he saw The Flash and thought it was a good movie. However, politician. He saw The Flash and realized that saying it was a good movie would make sure he was in line for the position he is currently in line. He has.
Right.
So he is a liar like a politician is a liar, not a liar like Kathleen Kennedy is a liar. Not the same.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Shots fired.
Fuck her. That's it. She's probably a lovely woman ruining something I love. That's it. That's all I have to say on that. And then can I say one more thing? The Flash is fucking amazing. Great. It wasn't. It sucked donkey balls. It was sweaty dog shit in the middle of a fucking half-empty pool, like on a Tuesday afternoon in summer. Like, it is the worst thing that I've ever seen in my life. Every aspect of it, from soup to nuts, was terrible. That movie did not need to exist. Fine.
Yep.
But he had to say these things because he had to say these things. Because
what exactly do we expect him to come out and say? Hey, this movie is absolute dog crap.
If
Do
he
not
said
go watch
when
this
he
movie.
honestly thought about the movie, he wouldn't have a job. And if he wasn't gung-ho about the movie, he might not have been in a position where he could be in control as he is now.
Yeah.
To that end, he lied. He absolutely would have taken Kevin Feige's job was it offered to him. That said, 100%. It never would have been offered to him because James Gunn does not respect source material.
Very true.
He doesn't. He does not respect source material.
Yep.
It worked for the Guardians. It will not work with Thor. It will not work with Hulk. It will not work with Iron Man. It will not work with Captain America. That's not how it works. Guardians was successful in spite of the fact that nobody cared about it, and the people who did care about it don't matter.
Exactly, and that was the thing. He was able to get away with that because no one cares about who the Guardians of the Galaxy were in the first place. So whether or not you
DC?
change the story, whatever, bro.
Creature Commandos, nobody gives a flying fuck about
Right.
any of these goddamn characters. Nobody gives a flying fuck about these characters.
Mhm.
Go nuts. Tell any story you want. Oh, Weasel. Oh, you got Weasel's origin wrong. Who cares? Fuck Weasel. Oh no, Rick Flag, you killed off. Who gives a shit? Fuck you. None of this matters.
Right.
Tell a fun story. I'm concerned about Superman. But
What are your
I'm
concerns
less
about Superman?
Bloat.
Do you think there's too many characters that are in it?
I think there are twice as much as too many characters on it.
Yeah.
I like. Hold on. What's it called? Superman Legacy.
Superman, yeah.
Okay, so we got Superman.
I think they just changed it back to
Lane,
Superman itself. I think they kind of got rid of that legacy.
The chick from House of the Dragon, who is so fucking hot. It's the highlight of my week. Yeah, man, I'm happy to come back every time I can. Nicholas Hoult as Lex. Okay.
Appreciate it,
Isabella Merced as Hawkgirl. All right, cool. Maria Gabriel de Faria as the engineer. Weird, but all right. Frank Grillo back as Rick Flag. Cool. Nate Fillion as Guy Gardner. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Eve, some hot chick as she's off screen as Eve Tessmacher, made up character, don't care. Michaela Hoover as Cat Grant. Pruitt Taylor Vince as Jonathan Kent. Someone as Jimmy Olsen. Be it background characters, okay. Alan Tudyk as Who Gives a Shit. Anthony Carrigan as Metamorpho. Sean Gunn as Maxwell Lord. Wendell Pierce as Perry White. Beck
Mr.
Bennett
Terrific?
as Steve Lombard. Darwin as Mr. Terrific.
Darwin. Oh, damn.
Like, are we...
Oh, crap.
If we're hitting the ground running with the we don't need another Superman origin story. We needed an Iron Man origin story because nobody knows who Iron Man is.
Yeah, nobody cared about Iron Man. Yeah.
We needed a Captain America Iron Man story because nobody cares. Marvel figured it out. They're like, we're not killing Uncle Ben again. Like, he's died enough.
That's pretty good. You're right.
We can't keep killing Uncle Ben. There's the fictional hell is full to the brim with guys who killed Uncle Ben.
Yeah, bro.
The devil's just like, you all killed the same guy? How did this happen? Like, fuck.
Instead, they killed Aunt May. But
same thing with Batman. That's why you have no idea how I've said it. I'm gonna keep saying it. How much I love the Batman. Like they didn't waste a fucking second being like, when he was a kid, his baby, his mother, and his father were shot over pearls, and he is now the Bat. Like they didn't waste this. Like, hey, why is Batman Batman? Oh. Because his parents died, he's an orphan who fights crime. Go. Like, I've rewatched the Batman many times. I'm not kidding. I love that movie. And it is a 3-hour movie. It is 2 hours and 45 minutes long. It is a forever movie.
Bro, movies used to be something else sometimes, man. I'm telling you.
No, the Batman, the most recent one. Like, it was 2 hours and 45 minutes. I cannot sit through it. Like, I have to pause it or I will drift off and do something. Like, it's so long, but I love it. Not once were they like, you're an orphan, Bruce. Like, someone mentioned it in like the Riddler, I think, mentioned it in passing. He's like, you're the most famous orphan. But they never said, like, that was the first time they mentioned it. And it was like, oh yeah, that's right. Who's like, Batman's an orphan?
Yeah.
Children are born with that. You know how fish some types of fish like trout, they're born and then they go back to where they were born to lay eggs because they have a genetic memory of like how to get back to where they were born. They just know that that's the place based on like underwater currents, temperatures, and
Yeah, I think
smells
fish
and stuff.
like do turtles do the same thing?
Turtles,
is it
turtles know
yeah.
where is the best place. Like people are born and they know Uncle Ben died, Batman is an orphan. Like that is birth knowledge. If you can live to be 10 years old without any of that information,
yeah,
like it is psychotic. Like it's impossible. So you don't got to tell that story. If you want to tell a story, they do the Elsewhere one where Bruce is the one who's killed, and then Thomas becomes Batman and
Thomas
Martha
Wayne,
becomes the Joker. I'm like, see, that's an interesting take. Like, I'm interested in this.
Was that Flashpoint? Is that
was one of the flashpoints? Yeah. All this to say, if this Superman is taking place and we're not getting the fucking origin story of Superman, good. He's an alien from another planet who's a god. We don't need it. We don't want it. If this is taking place hitting the ground running, fine, but there's like 30 people in this movie already. 30 named people.
Do we, and is there like there's no list or is there any reports as to how long this movie actually is supposed to be? We probably won't find it out for a little while, right? Aren't we supposed to be getting a trailer soon? We're supposed to be getting a trailer soon, aren't we? There were some reports out that we were supposed to be, I think James Gunn said that he already has it available. Oh, okay.
So
they're doing reshoots?
James Gunn said Superman is not having any reshoots.
Oh, just additional
The extra
shooting.
filming is for pickup shots. That's reshoots.
Okay.
The problem is people don't understand what reshoots mean.
Okay.
The society thinks reshoots mean bad because Marvel is going through reshoots, and right now the word reshoot means we have spent so much money and this movie sucks. They're not going through reshoots. They're not taking parts of the film and reworking it. They're taking pickup shots that in editing they need like an ADR line or an over the camera or a background.
Okay.
Fine. Extra, and even not a few days, we're doing a day and a half of pickup shoots, no scenes, no reshoots, just a handful of individual shots to enhance the film. Great. Good. Awesome. Like, there's a dog. I don't know what this is going to be. But as long as I'm not getting fucking Jonathan Kent preventing his son from saving him from a tornado, I'll be fine. Like, I'm gonna watch it. I'm probably gonna watch it in theaters just as a chance. The first movie I've seen in theaters in a while.
Oh, I'll definitely watch it. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'm probably going to watch all of the MCU movies next year in the theaters. I wasn't gonna see Thunderbolts. I really wasn't. But now I'm like, this looks like it's fun. Like this looks like it's gonna be freaking fun.
Better than Brave New World.
100%. It does. Like there's no way I'm not gonna go watch that in the theaters because that just looks like a freaking good time.
Hold on,
but I mean, what else was going on? We saw a Falcon suit. You know, we saw the new-ish looking Falcon suit. Looks okay.
The new, so we can go to Marvel now because we're kind of DC'd out.
Yeah.
Oh God, Kraven comes out this month.
Oh shoot, isn't that next week?
Oh, I don't know the day. Come on, what do you think?
I think it might be next week. Hold on, let me check. None of it matters. I mean, none of it matters. But who cares? When does Kraven the Hunter? I'm not watching that in theaters. I can't do. After what happened with Venom, I'm not doing this again. Yeah, the 13th. It comes out next week.
Had a meeting with Kevin Feige for say what anyone ever wants to about Robert Pattinson. Kid can act. Like, he was Cedric fucking Diggory, my guys. We love Cedric Diggory in this house. He was the only Gryffindor worth a goddamn. This is Harry Potter nerddom. You might want to step out
I know.
for a minute.
No, I'm familiar. My wife, unfortunately, I'm familiar. So okay.
Oh, your wife's a woman of class then. Excellent.
Yeah, yeah.
You're the barbarian
in
the relationship.
I guess so. But yeah.
Hey man, Harry Potter rules. Again, super joyful story. Super great. Everything is happy.
Once again, we're gonna agree to disagree on that one where that's concerned. I cannot do it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Could not do
it's honestly, after the books and more importantly the movies, I don't want to hear a goddamn thing about Harry Potter after that. I don't care what else is happening.
That's the thing about it. I read a few of the books, so when I saw the movie, I was like, oh okay. Oh okay.
Okay. Oh, I guarantee you, people that never read the book but saw Goblet of Fire or watched Cedric die were like, all right. I was like, oh yeah, the books though. The entire book 4, Cedric is like the bro of G's. Like he's there the entire thing. He's like, Harry, I'm gonna get your dick wet. Come on, man. I'm gonna hook you up with this chick. Like Cedric is the coolest fucking dude all of book 4, and then he dies.
Yeah.
He dies, and you're like, no, he was the coolest fucking dude. Shameless, unbiased plug for Goofy. His videos been popping lately. That's right, they have. Goofy been putting in the work.
Appreciate it. Keep it a comment. Go check it out.
Keep it a comment.
We out here. Oh, I should turn the hat forward. There's a keep it a comic logo here.
None of us read.
So yeah. I mean, also the green screen would screw it up. So whatever.
Same with mine because we know my logo, the Doctor Doom logo with me in it.
Oh yeah. That green,
that's all green. So like, it's gone. And the word is Dr. Scungili. It's all in green, so it's just invisible. Marvel Studios is changing Captain America: Brave New World even more now because it had another negative test screening. How,
bro? This movie is about to make tank, money, bro.
But wait. It doesn't have to make money. It has to be good. If they spend $800 million like it's about to be good on this movie, it does. So here's the thing: the trailers for it make me interested.
It does. It's just hearing about the test screening where listen, we've had what movie have we had negative test screens for and it ended up being good?
Oh, we don't know.
You know, I probably can't remember, but
honestly, there's just so much on this right now that
the Marvels didn't have a good test screening that didn't end up being good.
Yeah, but if the Marvels did have a good test screening, it wouldn't have mattered because that movie was never going to be good. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, it being good and people watching it are two different things to a certain extent because it was the Marvels. But
who was the villain's name again, please? I cannot remember.
Cree. What was her name? Darben.
Thank you.
Darben.
I'm like staring off like
she was one of the worst
Star Wars
villains.
name did they give her? Like what?
She was one of the worst villains in the MCU. One of the worst villains in the MCU ever. Like of all time.
My friend Ominous, right? He's the dude that filled in that 1 week you had.
I remember. If he ever wants to come back on with all of us, I mean, he's free and welcome to do so.
Oh, I would love to. You know where he is right now? He's at a concert.
What concert is?
Doesn't matter. He's our age and he's at a concert. Good for him.
Damn.
Good for him.
If we weren't doing this podcast, I would be in my bed sleeping. We would still not
be in concerts. Like,
I would be in my bed sleeping. You freaking kidding me? On a Friday night?
What I'm doing after this? After this, I'm going to play D&D over Discord with friends because I can't be bothered to drive a mile down the road to my friend's house. We all live close. All of us are close. And we're doing it on Discord. Why? Because I have snacks at my house and you have snacks at your house and there's no reason to bring them to Vic's house. Like, it's not necessary.
Oh my God.
So Captain America: Brave New World, it's got to be good. So this is I enjoy seeing this. To what Jay said, I enjoy seeing this. I enjoy them like even now because they had another negative test screening. Good.
So the budget's gonna be like 450 mil now because
Make
it was
the
already
movie good.
up there
That's all
already.
you have to do. Craven has no post-credit scene and no references to Spider-Man. Oh, that's bullshit. No way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right.
No way. No way. No way. No way. No chance that Craven doesn't have a post-credit scene with a reference to Spider-Man. The post-credit screen might just be the 60s Spider-Man, like just playing that song. Does whatever a spider can. Like
at this point, somebody needs to figure out a petition, something to stop Sony from making these damn movies. Somebody has to step in and say, listen, we got to stop this crap.
Well,
somebody.
I was trying to find a segue to this, and we got it. Thank you, Goof. If only there was a man who's on the run in New York for taking out a CEO of a healthcare organization.
Oh my God.
If only there was a man that we could direct towards Sony Studios.
Oh.
Hey, we got a couple of other CEOs on this list over here of people who aren't doing a good job. If you want,
this was not. I'm not co-signing this. Yeah, I just want y'all to understand.
I'm just saying it's crazy that the United Healthcare CEO just fell and died in the middle of the street. It's crazy,
bro. That's the wildest thing ever.
Just dropped dead in the middle of the street with no reason given. Crazy to me. Crazy. Anyway. Actor being snuck around hidden during filming of Fantastic.
Is he still there? Because no one showed up after about under 10 seconds. Is he still there?
Who knows? Sure. Okay. Who's to say?
Gosh. Man.
Actor being snuck around hidden during filming for the Fantastic Four first
This was funny because I saw on Reddit today. There's like I love people. Probably the best post I've seen on Reddit, by the way. I should have sent it to you for tonight. There is some Reddit where I saw someone put up a collage of actors of whose feet it could be.
Yo, Reddit found it out. Reddit found a serial killer. Reddit found a serial killer because he posted that he hated cats.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah. Reddit. They were like, "Oh, this guy's a monster. We have to find out more about him. Oh, we think he's a serial killer. Let's inform the FBI." Boom, got him.
Wow.
Yeah. Reddit. The unbound power of crazy people in large numbers is insane.
That's
impressive.
Just had an
election. Everyone knows that. That's well known. My gut's telling me it's just Pedro or Joseph being hidden from the camera for whatever reason. Had some setup, but don't pretend. Okay, no. I actually hope it was nobody and they were just doing it for the memes.
For the memes, yeah. 100%.
RDJ's Doom not being from the same. And if it was Robert Downey Jr., that's not a surprise. And also, Robert Downey Jr. would never do that.
Right.
You think You think Robert Downey Jr. would ever be like, hide my face? No.
No.
Absolutely not. He'd be like, everybody, it is me. I am Robert Downey Jr. Like,
right. Easily. I'm trying to see if I can find it on the Reddit. If I can find it on Reddit again. I'm scrolling through here. I'm not seeing it. Damn it! I should have saved it, man. It was a good. I stayed in that thread for way too long. In that thread for way too long.
I have. Who said it? Was it UJ? It was like, I have problems with. I hope Fantastic Four is good, but I don't know, bro. I am that way on like everything Marvel is doing. Like Agatha was surprisingly fun. Loved it. Was really happy. Enjoyed it, but it also had no stakes. You know,
right.
Like it was all meat and potatoes. There's no stakes involved in this one. Or all potatoes and you know, salad. Brave New World's got a fucking slap. Thunderbolts, no stakes. It looks fun.
Right.
They had the Possum Kingdom by the Toadies in it. Looks great. Doesn't matter. It can't suck. The next movie that Marvel comes out with that sucks is not like the actual end of Marvel, right? Like when I say like the death of Marvel, it's the same thing when I used to talk about video games, like this game is dead game. Like it's a dead game because it's not growing, not because nobody fucking plays it. There are plenty of games that are dead and like be on life support, like vegetables, that just hung around like by a couple of people or a handful. Marvel Studios will be straight up on life support if they put out a bomb before they put out 3 good movies.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even think they can afford another bomb. Movies, TV shows don't fucking matter. I don't think they can afford another bomb. I think like they can't do another Marvels. They can't do another oh god. I don't even remember what we're talking about. Hawkeye season 2? Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, not bad.
Respond to a question. She expects Moon Knight to appear in an upcoming Avengers movie and Midnight Suns. Oh, Blade. What are we doing, Blade? Why are we... Dude, I saw news about Blade on Blue Sky because I don't use Twitter anymore because I'm an adult. So now I'm not a robot. So I use Blue Sky now.
I gotta check out Blue Sky.
It's awesome. You know what's great? It's like if Twitter was Twitter and not X.
Oh my gosh. I do have to check out Blue Sky. I've been saying that for a while that like I need to check it out.
Coolest thing about Blue Sky, you can your handle could be your email.
Okay.
So you could be like keepingitcomic@gmail.com is your Blue Sky handle. So like your title is just also your contact.
Okay. But is it wise though to do that, considering?
Depending on if you're using as cross promotion, it could be.
Okay.
Like one of my YouTube channels, near it .com.
I'm gonna have to sign up for that later. Use that.
Blue Sky's great. It like immediately picked up. It's as like people still use Twitter, but that's the problem.
Yeah,
they don't. They use X, formerly Twitter, and I'm getting sick and tired of seeing every news article say X, formerly Twitter. Call it X, call it Twitter. Don't do this. Don't do the branding work for them. Like, say X. If people are like, what the fuck is X? They failed. Say Twitter. If people are like, that's good, they failed. You know what I mean? Like, don't say X, formerly Twitter. I'm sick of it. Ghost and Taskmaster's friendship. Nah, I don't give a shit. That looks fucking awesome. News about John Walk, don't care. Loki season 2 deleted scene, not interested. Opening 8 minutes of Kraven?
This is gonna get taken down soon, is it not?
No, it was released by Sony.
It was, okay. Wow. So based on what I'm gathering is they really want us to go watch this movie to the point where they're releasing the first 8 minutes. Please watch this movie. Please watch this movie. Okay. No. Fine. I will watch it.
I'm going to watch it. I'm not giving that any money.
Streaming
ratings. Agatha All Along hits high with season finale with 744 million minutes streamed.
It's a lot of minutes.
Sony releases the first half hour of the movie on.
All right, we're getting into territory here of old things with Agatha. Is I think,
which is funny because that was just released 3 days ago. That information.
But that's what I'm saying. Like it's crazy. It's crazy that we're still talking about that, considering
Daredevil Born Again is set 5 years after the end of the Netflix show. Why? I guess it has to be because of Kingpin and prison and getting out and
blip, all that stuff.
So wait.
Hold on though.
Wait. Blip. Wait.
The blip adds more years, doesn't it? Because the blip
blipped. All of the Daredevil, all of the Netflix, technically, they all blipped.
They all blipped.
They all blipped. Everyone blipped. That's actually fine, and that actually fits.
Yeah.
Except Kingpin. He's the only one that didn't blip.
He's the only one that didn't blip.
Because he's the one that Hawkeye found out about and could never get to. That's fine. That explains it. Everybody blipped except Kingpin. Kingpin rebuilt his crime empire. Kingpin is running for mayor. I'm in. Let's go. Okay. Still hyped for Daredevil Born Again. This is the hype that will never end. I am edging on this.
Listen, if they don't come out with a Luke Cage series after this where he starts running for mayor, I'm done. I'm done with the MCU. Okay.
Rita Ora set to play a villain in an upcoming Marvel movie. Okay, why is this David Bowie? This is not Rita Ora. I do not recognize this as Rita Ora.
I have no comment. I have zero comment. What am I supposed to say here? I have nothing to say. It is a strange.
Look how crazy those earrings are.
That's strange, but different person.
Set to play a villain in an upcoming Marvel movie. What chick villain?
I would have to know the upcoming projects. I don't remember what all the upcoming projects are.
I don't know enough chick villains. Kraven is set to be released around 3,000 theaters. The lowest count of all Sony Spider-Man uses by a large margin. Put it in my veins, Sony failure. Put it in my veins. Sony, your failure tastes so sweet.
We now understand why they're showing the first minutes of this movie. They're like, shoot. We got to give them something. We have to give them something. Oh, boy.
Your first official look at Spider-Man's Oscorp soup from the animated show that doesn't matter. Yeah, Marvel, unfortunately.
Marvel ain't really got much going on right now. They got
reshoots. They got a lot going on. They got reshoots.
There's nothing there's nothing interesting enough for us to talk about, is what I'm saying, I guess.
Absolutely not.
Nothing.
No, whatsoever. And we're gonna have to deal with Kraven. I can't wait. When does Kraven come out? Did we find out? Did you find out?
Kraven comes out next week, so we're gonna talk about it.
Oh, we're spoilers. We're gonna watch Kraven.
You kidding me? 100% spoilers.
We're gonna watch Kraven.
We might watch it on stream.
On this, because there is zero chance either YouTube or Twitch will take it down.
Yeah.
Like, zero chance. We're just gonna be like, this is Kraven. This is what's happening. It's still playing in the background. Great. On that note, Goof.
Yeah. What's up?
Hour 30, baby.
Hey, listen, we did it. We did it, guys.
Thanks for hanging out. Sorry we took some time off, but again, not much to talk about, and we have,
holidays.
Some
we
stuff,
stuff going on.
You'll see us. You'll see us again. Can't speak
we'll be here
for
Christmas,
next week. But we'll be here next week because we got Creature Commandos zombie pussy to talk about.
Yeah,
all day.
And we have to completely dismantle Kraven. So,
I can't wait, dude. I'm gonna watch Kraven. I'm gonna watch Kraven with like an accountant visor, that green visor, and like a notepad, a pen and paper, and just be like, pause. This sucks. Like it's gonna be like scene that sucks 86. All right, y'all. Be safe.
Notes.
Have a good night. Enjoy your weekend. If you're somewhere cold, try to stay warm because it's cold out here.
Please. It's cold as crap outside.
Thanks for
right
hanging
now.
out with us. We'll see you later.
All right, Joe.